it would be most helpful for the DOJ to complete its investigation if the witness protection program already admits them as protected witnesses, and we can have direct access to them at any given time, and they will have access to their own documents and people that they need to talk to complete the investigation. So we are hoping that when we process the documents of the possible whistleblowers who can be admitted formally, because they are just now provisionally accepted, the custody would be allowed to the WPP, and that would enhance the case build-up process.
Pero tama nga, kailangan sabihin mo kay OIC Secretary na alisin na yung restitution na yun. Tama nga na. Nakita mo, naghihirap siya sapagkat ayaw ninyong ilagay sa witness protection. Magagamit niya pala eh. It will expedite his job eh.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, just to put some context on the matter, even prior to the constitution of the ICI, because this is our main mandate under the DOJ, and we tasked the National Bureau of Investigation to do the initial investigations, we already directed all our regional directors of the NBI to conduct investigation on their respective areas. So even before the ICI was constituted, we already had some groundwork. That's why we were able to file 5 cases immediately with the Ombudsman, referring to 5 cases in Bulacan, because we did this. Now, when the ICI commenced its investigation, and we gathered that they have already determined, with the help of the AFP and the police officers, the PNP, that there are 421 ghost projects, and they have identified the exact places and the contracts covering this. We likewise disseminated the 421 to the projects, to the regional offices of NBI to do follow-up work with the DPWH. So even before the ICI was constituted, our office already took the initiative to do the investigation because we believe it's our primary mandate. And even the meetings with the DPWH were already conducted to understand the work process and document approval flow, so that this will be the basis of the malversation cases, anti-graft cases. And we have practically completed it. And if I may actually explain the challenge that we are having presently, it's actually access to the whistleblowers. Because they are in detention because of the contempt charges, we are not given ready access, and we have to coordinate. It would be most helpful for the DOJ to complete its investigation if the witness protection program already admits them as protected witnesses, and we can have direct access to them at any given time, and they will have access to their own documents and people that they need to talk to complete the investigation. So we are hoping that when we process the documents of the possible whistleblowers who can be admitted formally, because they are just now provisionally accepted, the custody would be allowed to the WPP, and that would enhance the case build-up process.
So to date, ilan ang na-file na cases pertaining to the flood control? Ilan ang na-file
with the Ombudsman? I think there are 5.
There are 5.
Okay. And these are all
Ghost projects.
the ones
Ghost
in Bulacan. All 5 are the ones
That's correct.
pertaining to
That's correct,
Bulacan. Okay. And then are you still investigating the others that came out?
Yes.
Yung 421 and yung 421, gusto lang yun. Iba pa yung substandard.
Yes.
Na may mga substandard.
We have a steady stream of completed investigations that we are now filing before the Ombudsman for the conduct of preliminary investigation. And the Ombudsman may choose to refer the preliminary investigation to the DOJ as consistent with the memorandum of agreement mentioned by OIC BIDA.
Are you also investigating, yung sinabi nga kanina ni Senator Marcoleta, yung mga politicians involved? Is that part of your
Yes, Your Honor,
investigation?
we are following through on the leads given by the whistleblowers, the congressmen involved, and even some senators involved, and we are pursuing the case. But we are very circumspect about this. We already filed through the assistance of the AMLC freeze orders for those we believe should already be prosecuted in court, and we have secured 6 freeze orders already. That includes the officials of the BWH, some of the contractors, and some of those involved in the kickback mechanism.
Because that's an observation of mine is yung ICI, marami silang pinapatawag ng mga politicians, pinapatawag ng mga elected officials. I think yung kanilang angulo is more on the source of the funds. No? I think that is their angle. Based on my observation, this is purely based on my observation. Is that the difference between where DOJ is pursuing and between the ICI is pursuing in terms of angles?
I believe the latitude of ICI is wider. But for us, we do it systematically. We go to the process first. We understand the deviations of the process committed by the DPWH officials, and then this will lead to testimonies of possible proponents who intervened, why projects are allocated budget and ghost projects were implemented. And then only from there, we will conduct financial investigations. This is something that we have to do systematically, because once these individuals, the TPWH contracts are investigated, the names will now be subjected to financial investigation. And when there is a financial trail establishing links to the possible proponents, then we move ahead to the next steps.
And you said earlier that tuloy-tuloy yung investigation nyo
Yes,
ngayon.
Your Honor.
So I just want to understand, I'm sure a lot of the public wants to understand, saan ba yung line between the ICI and DOJ? No, that's the point I'm trying to make, because the ICI, like you said, has a wider latitude. In fact, based on the media reports, they also interview politicians, they also get information from elected officials. So it seems to me that their scope is wider to include the source of the fund, no? Allegedly. No? So that's I'm trying to understand,
Yeah,
where's the delineation in this case, because we also want to make sure that there's efficiency, no? In terms of pursuing these cases.
Yeah,
No?
as earlier explained, the ICI representative sits in at times to observe what we are doing. And we just try to avoid duplication so that we make more efficient use of resources.
Thank you, Chair. Prosecutor, sabi mo kanina meron kayong na-identify na 421 ghost flood control projects.
It's not us who identified it, Mr. Chair. It's the Department of Public Works and Highways. It was-
421.
Sila po ang nag-identify, hindi po ang Department of Justice.
And,
Or with the help of the ICI po.
No, what I'm saying is, were you able to confirm that number, na 421 talaga?
No,
of
sir.
course, they can always identify how much or how many. Pero na-confirm po ba ninyo?
Hindi pa po namin ako-confirm kasi what we're doing is we're having that information validated, but the numbers can even increase, sir.
Kasi po, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, there are about 10,000 flood control projects. So, kung 421 ang sinasabi nila, could be less, could be more.
That is correct,
Ang
sir.
importante, tama naman po yung medyo naguguluhan kami kasi paano yung delineation nga naman, yung isa nagpapaka-independent, pero they rely most on your prosecutors also and some of your agents. At baka nga naman pag walang proper delineation, at saka kung nagkaroon ng conflict, sino po yung, kunyari, yung findings po ninyo, mangyayari yun eh. There could be conflict in outcome. Sino magpiprevail? Kayo po, yung ICI?
Hindi, it would be the Office of the Ombudsman, sir. Sir, may I make a clarification po dun sa tanong po ninyo?
Hindi kasi bago nyo ibigay sa ombudsman, di ba kayong dalawa, sabi nyo, nagkakaroon kayo ng coordination eh. So,
Yes, sir.
how can it be coordination kung independent dapat sila? Yun ang punto eh. They should be independent no matter what. Kayo sana ay maaring tumutulong kayo in other capacity, but in a manner that they can still maintain their independence. Hindi ganun ang nakikita namin eh. Baka nga ang mangyayari, conflict pa nga and then duplication or even conflict. Yun po yung sinasabi ni Chairman. And pwede ba kayong mag-file kaagad na diretso sa korte bypassing the ombudsman?
It would appear that we could, sir, because there is a memorandum of agreement which allows us to handle, investigate cases involving individuals, salary grade below 27.
It's a memorandum of agreement between the OJ and the ombudsman?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
Okay. Kailan po nangyari yun? Anong date yun?
2012 po.
2012?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yusek Andres, Ano ba yun? Sabi nyo kanina, yung ibang nagawa nyo na naka-freeze kayo ng assets ng mga politicians. Sino-sino na pong mga politicians ang na-freeze ang assets?
I can give you the names, Your Honor, privately, but the majority of those subject of the freeze orders are
Bakit
not.
privately? Can you not divulge them?
I do not have right now
Okay.
copies of that. And if I may clarify, I think the freeze orders have not touched politicians. I mean government officials like DPWH officials
So sa-
are already part of the freeze orders.
Sa social media kasi nakikita namin, may mga politicians na
Wala pa po.
na-freeze.
Wala pa po.
Wala talaga.
Government officials, meaning DPWH officials, yes.
O,
But
teka muna.
elected officials,
Yun
I
ang
do not-
sinasabi kong mga sapsap at saka butete lang.
We have to be systematic
Ang palagi
about
kong sinasabi, we should get to the bottom of this. Yung mastermind, yung pinakamalaking isda, yun ang dapat nating
We are
makuha.
being systematic and circumspect about this, Your Honor, but we are leading to that.
You're very optimistic, ha?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Pero tama nga, kailangan sabihin mo kay OIC Secretary na alisin na yung restitution na yun. Tama nga na. Nakita mo, naghihirap siya sapagkat ayaw ninyong ilagay sa witness protection. Magagamit niya pala eh. It will expedite his job eh.
Yes.